Players with wide feet looking for comfort should come check out the Babolat SFX 4s. Let's go. Even though I have narrow feet, I had a good idea what to expect out of these SFX 4s as I have play tested or worn several of the last generations. Now, first things first is the fit, and it is a very wide fitting shoe. I found it wide from the heel all the way to the toe box. I found it to be a standard length and a low arch. I also thought that the toe box itself was pretty voluminous, and so I did make a couple adaptations to fit my narrow feet. First was I always wore 2 pairs of socks, as well as used the last eyelet and really laced up the laces as tight as I could, almost touching. And once I did, I was able to fill out the shoe for the most part. Still had a little bit of extra room, but gave this play test a go. And the highlight feature for me is the comfort. Now there's no break-in period. I was able to go straight down to the court. The uppers are nice and soft and flexible, and there is very plush cushioning underfoot, heel all the way to the forefoot. I will mention that I noticed I did stand up a little bit higher into the shoe, a little higher off the ground. Now, stability, traction, durability, all those hit the marks for me. Support as I expected. Because of that, a little bit extra room in that forefoot. I was moving around within the shoe, even though I had it tied up as tight as I could. And as far as weight is concerned, is on the heavier side as I expected. I did think the shoe flexed fairly well, so that wasn't a big of an issue since I knew it was gonna be heavy. Overall, if you're looking for a very comfortable shoe and you have a very wide fit, check out the SFX 4s.
There is no doubt about it. This shoe is super comfortable and plush, but it also is very wide. I have medium width feet, and I actually had a chance to play test this shoe various times through the past several months, going back all the way to our super review of that Pure Drive racket. And then I even got to wear it at Wimbledon. Yes, I have to flex and say that, but I found that the best fit for me was when I sized down a half size, and then I was really able to fit more securely and supportive in this shoe. Otherwise, I was cinching up the laces so tight that my laces were almost touching each other, and it was just tough to get support. So once I got my size dialed in, again, just very plush underfoot, very cushioned, very comfortable. It's not gonna be the quickest shoe out there, but anytime anyone's looking for a wider fitting, comfortable shoe, I'm always gonna offer the SFX as the first option. I thought the traction was really nice. I never had any issues with sliding or losing traction, and I thought maybe if anything on the stickier side, but I tend to like that. And as well, the durability was really good too. So wearing this shoe multiple different times, I didn't see any crazy wear, so I'm really happy with that. All in all, again, this is one I'm going to offer to any ladies out there with wider feet looking for the most comfortable shoe. This is gonna be for you.
So I'm pretty sure I have the widest feet on the playtest team. So I was really happy to go ahead and get my feet into these SFX 4s. I've worn previous models, so I knew to expect a wider fit. And I really appreciated that there was zero squeezing for me in the toe box. Like the others said, it was a little bit deep for me. I have flatter feet and I don't need quite that much volume in the toe box. So I did pull the laces a little bit tighter than I would have expected just to get a little bit more support out of these uppers. Underfoot, the cushioning is excellent. Lots of it in the heel, and the forefoot is also very well protected. I found these shoes to be a good traction level for me. I never felt stuck and I never felt like I was slipping. I thought it was appropriate for the build of these shoes. They are a little bit squeaky, so I did notice that when I was playing and making the small adjustment steps, I could hear the shoes squeaking underfoot, but it was no issue other than the sound. Durability, these shoes are also holding up for me just fine. I'm not gonna have any issues with the toe. I dragged my toe on my backhand, having no issues there, and the outsole has plenty of rubber left in them. So overall, if you are a player with a wider foot and you really do like a lot of space in the toe box, you should really give this SFX a try. It's lots of cushioning, plenty of comfort.
Babolat has some of the most comfortable shoes on the market, and this new SFX was no exception to that. When I first put them on, right away noticed just how comfortable and super nicely cushioned these shoes were. I really enjoyed walking around them, and I think if you're looking for a comfortable shoe option, this will be one of the best ones out there for you. I didn't need much break-in time at all. I thought the shoes were good to go right away. I did struggle a bit with trying to find the perfect amount of tension around my ankle when I was using those eyelets. The shoelaces tend to be a bit too long for me, so it's just something that I wanted to mention. The part that I struggled with the most throughout this playtest was support. Unfortunately, I did feel like these shoes didn't provide me with enough support just to even move around the way I would like to move. I will call myself an aggressive mover, and I did feel like no matter how much I tightened the laces around my ankle and my feet were just moving around in the shoe, kind of swimming. I do know that these shoes were made specifically for wider feet, and I would say that for people who are looking for a wider shoe option, this will be good for them. But for me, as I'm an aggressive mover, I need that support from the upper to hold me tight, and it just wasn't there, and it didn't really allow me to play my actual aggressive game style. Durability-wise, I didn't see barely anywhere, so I think these will hold up pretty nicely. All in all, if you are maybe a coach who is standing around on their foot all day and is looking for something very comfortable, or you're a player with a wider foot that is looking for something very, very nicely cushioned, this will be a great option for you. Thank you for watching. For more information on these shoes or any others, please go check out Tennis for Us Europe, or Tennis Only.